As far as Dynamite Kid, I understand there's going to be a dark side of the ring about Dynamite's coming up in their season 3, and they've interviewed some people from Calgary already, such as Diana. Are you one of the ones interviewed for that? And what
I
are
wasn't, I thought they might give me a call because I knew a lot about Dynamite. I did one with High Spot Productions a few years back, Evan. I don't know if you ever saw that one. It's a documentary on Dynamite, and they interviewed me at length for that one. And I believe that was the only live interview Dynamite ever did for a wrestling documentary. I believe that's the only one, although, I think he might have commented on Chris Benoit's death after he passed away. But that one that I had done with High Spot Productions, I did a pretty extensive interview about Dynamite, and because I knew Dynamite very well, when he first came in and worked for us in '78, and I knew him as a friend. He's a great worker, someone who worked in the office somewhat, in his last years with us, I guess, after he left the WWE, and that was probably not his most glorious period. That's when he'd been sidelined with his back injuries and other injuries and marital problems, and he went back to England a year or two after that. I think he went back in 1990 and never returned. But so I certainly knew Dynamite. I saw a lot of highs and lows with him. So I didn't do an interview with this Dark Side of the Ring group. For some reason they didn't contact me. Maybe they had enough other sources already. I know they interviewed Michelle, his ex-wife, and I think his daughter Bronwyn. So I think they would have given pretty moving testimony about him. As a dad and husband, and the more humanistic side of Dynamite, I guess, and obviously, some of his character flaws and things that, unfortunately, demonized him, I guess, in the latter part of his career, and led to him leaving his family and going back to UK. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I haven't really been impressed with Dark Side of the Ring's productions on some of the other documentaries. I wasn't very happy with the one they did on my brother Owen. I think there's so much more they could have added to that. I think the Montreal Screwjob was terrible, their coverage of that. I don't think they interviewed Brett more than like 2 minutes about it. And then, so much of it they devoted to Jimmy Cornette and Vince Russo, and this back and forth accusations on both parts, and and you completely lost sight of what was really going on, and the real behind the scenes, control, development of this idea of Brett dropping the title in Montreal. So I have not been impressed with Dark Side of the Ring productions. Even some of the others. Chris Benoit's documentary.
How they portray? What did you think of how they portrayed Kevin Sullivan in Chris Benoit's documentary? They made it seem like Benoit. They kind of glorified him, and then kind of threw Kevin under the bus.
Yeah. I mean, they really lost their focal point there. Nancy was married to Kevin, and Kevin was booking, when Chris was working for WCW, and there may have been some heat there, but there's absolutely, there's no correlation between Kevin and her death, and her earlier marriage with him, and just, even planting that idea, suggesting that, just seemed to be pretty hollow, and there's nothing to substantiate that. But I'm just being honest. I've been very disappointed with the Dark Side of the Ring productions, and really their selection of wrestlers and witnesses, I guess, and people giving testimony as to what was going on. Maybe even with the Macho Man in his documentary, they could have been a lot more selective. I know some wrestlers are under contract maybe and can't speak freely. if they're still under contract with WWE or something. But there are a lot of wrestlers who are free agents now, who are pretty independent, and they didn't refer to them. They didn't consult them. And I just thought their ideas were almost like storylines, that didn't go anywhere, and very questionable selection of testimonies, just to whoever was interested in speaking about something, even though they really weren't directly involved or aware of what was going on, or behind the scenes details, about the wrestlers that they were featuring, I have kind of low expectations of what Dynamite's documentary will be like, but I'll certainly watch it. And it's unfortunate they didn't get any testimony from him. Unless they even interviewed him before he passed away, and I don't believe they did. So I'm concerned it's just going to be kind of a low budget production, but I'm glad that they interviewed Michelle and Bronwyn. I think they're commentaries, would certainly be worthwhile to hear, and they definitely should have their say about their lives and relationships with Tom.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.